As you go in, the ceiling is semicircular, but there's all kinds of roots and...
I'll travel in front of them so I can sort of...
You move to the front, and Dahl says, be careful. Just don't go too far away from us.
I'm sure you have my back. Both of you.
Very much so.
These are close quarters, so keep your wits about you. Daggers, knives, at the ready.
All of you roll 20-sided one more time.
20.
He stops, and at the very moment he stops, all the rest of you smell something. The smell is so common. It's pigpen. You hear something that frightens you to your very core. All of a sudden you hear a dog get up, and it's trying to be quiet, and the sound disappears like the dog left. Actually, just fumble for a weapon and whip it out, and everyone else does too.
Company helps.
Something here. We're not
And-
alone.
Archers knock your bows.
They knock their bows.
Whatever it is was repelled by the light.
Roll 20-sided. You keep rolling low too.
Your
Outstanding.
wish is my command forward.
Like
She's like...
everyone is. You hear nothing else.
I got this idea. I call for Nox to bring me a torch, and I turn to an archer and say, "Can you fire an arrow in the direction like the arrow?"
Remember
I wrap a cloth around my
what we said.
We're blowing already, so whatever is in this cave does knows what you're.
Take a chance.
Rack takes out a rag, wraps it around it, and easily lights it. And then he steps forward, fires the arrow down the passage. The passage does kind of go like that. And he goes thunk and hits, and you see just the cave continues.
All right, I'll move forward.
You see him move forward, and actually Dal moves forward with him. Roll 20-sided.
6.
There was something here. What it was, you can't tell.
Something was here. I don't know what it was, but it was here, and it left in a hurry.
I think we should keep the lights on so we can see our tracks.
Probably just a scavenger. Let's press on.
Dal actually nods. He says yes.
All right,
Let's go.
I'll keep going.
You keep going. Roll 20-sided.
Are we not going to address the smell? Shit smell?
I'm trying not to think about it.
It's probably from the
You
light.
are noble blood, aren't you? 7.
You keep going, and something happens. This passage continues, but then goes off in either direction, which seemed to kind of go like this down. It's all still natural, but it's split.
Well, I wait there, and we have a split.
I'll go right.
I don't think we should split up. Let's go together.
I think one of the torches is put like next to each one. Is there any wind movement or anything? Is there any tracks around here?
Roll 20-sided.
13.
You think there's a slight breeze and the smell coming from all three. Like it's almost identical.
So it goes straight, and there's 2. So there's 3.
There's 3.
My light cannot go through all 3, so we have to sleep together or you're doing dark.
Dog goes, continue forward.
Wait,
Everybody
Listen.
stop. Let me listen for a second.
Roll 20-sided.
I have a good ear.
And you listen. And at first you hear nothing, but then you start to hear everybody's breathing.
Stop breathing. Don't even think.
You hear rustling. And roll one more time.
I said stop breathing. Now breathe heavier.
18. Maybe it's your imagination, and when things are very distant, it almost seems like it could be like you're hearing what you want to hear, but you think you hear pigs.
Don't know where it's coming from, but I think I hear swine.
I look at any tracks, pig tracks going to any of the tunnels, or
Roll 20.
12.
No. Dahl looks at you and he sighs and he says, that way. Gestures ahead. He actually marks this tunnel. He takes a torch and just shoves it into the wall so that if you come here, you know which direction to go. And he orders you forward.
Okay, I go going forward.
I'm forward.
Everybody moves ahead. As you guys move forward, everybody roll one more time.
Dice and just too late. 15.
17.
There you go. Those are good numbers.
14.
This happens again, but it's even more extreme. You come to a place where it just splits off in almost every direction. You got 2 tunnels going like this. You have 1 going straight, and then you have 3 going down. And even to get to this middle tunnel or to these 2, you have to kind of go around the ones going down. And you come into a fairly large chamber. You smell More pig, and now all of you here. And there must be a lot of pigs.
I knew I
You
heard
just hear, it's almost like echoing out of everything.
How pigs be here?
Dahl just sticks the torch in the
That's
passage, and he says, this way. And he walks, and he kind of goes up to a passage, sticks another torch in, and continues walking.
Yeah.
He waits for you,
Keep moving.
and then he looks back at everyone else, and he waves you forward.
You know, the pigs usually are either feral, which doesn't sound too likely in groups like this. Maybe they were stuck, or they use them for livestock, food, and other reasons.
And you keep moving forward. Everybody roll 20-sided one more time as the smell of pigs and the sight
Then 20.
increases.
What are these pigs eating in here?
That's another
Or what's eating them?
Who's taking care of them? Who's caring for this food?
all good questions.
You keep going, and you see the passage ends. The light just kind of stops. There's just an inky black void, and you realize that it opens into a large chamber, and the ground is not on this level. And you proceed cautiously, and you move up.
I'll, so based on, so it's going to be up here, but you said the ground, so the ground's down here, so this is almost like a window or balcony. Not
Right.
balcony.
That's exactly correct.
So what I'm going to do is several feet, maybe 10 feet or more from that hole, I'm going to get on my hands and knees and sort of crawl up.
You crawl up, and you come and you look out. There's an orange light coming from below. You hear pigs, and you look down, and 40 feet down, all you see is pigs. Every 10, 20 feet, you see a torchiere, which is like a torch, but on like a staff. They're in a narrow ravine that goes up like this, and there's a level part, and then it goes down into another ravine, but that's all you see. You don't see the other side. All these passages that you've been passing, you kind of look right and left, and you see openings in the walls where all these passages kind of fed into this main chamber. And as a matter of fact, when you look down, you see that there's ones that are even closer to the ground, but they've been crudely walled up.
These other passages, they look like they've been used as a thoroughfare, like they've been opened up or
Roll 20.
fashioned before.
You cannot see in them because you're just looking down and across with this. Where the pigs are, there's just too many pig tracks, but it's covered in tracks.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna back up real slowly, and then head back over. And I go like this, and I bring them in.
They all kneel.
I describe the scene. There's a ravine. There's been some blockages made to keep the pigs there. Somebody's hurting them. I don't know if it's a normal herding spot for this underground cavern, but there are definitely beings here.
Roll 20 sided. Don't roll high.
20.
That was high.
Oh,
You suddenly curse yourself. How could I be so stupid? You have several spells. You have cloak, you have mass cloak, and they're all designed so other things can't see you because you are a bright light in the darkness. And you suddenly realize that you have been spotted. Something has sensed you, and you realize that powerful magics are at work. You've stepped into the lair of someone who is your better, but you don't sense benevolence. You have sprung a trap. Because you can sense everything converging on you. It's all around. It's close. In fact, you can feel it almost moving underneath you. And you're like, oh, where is it? Like I feel it streaming past me. It's everywhere. But where is it? And you realize that you have greatly erred.
Oh no, mass cloak. And then
Okay, you hear her, you see her, and you feel energy come around you and surround you. But then there's just this frantic look on her face like, we're in danger.
we're in danger.
We're in danger.
We're in danger. I failed you guys. There's something much more stronger than you can ever imagine. There's something much stronger. We're in danger. I cloaked everyone, so we need a plan right now.
You rolled a 20.
Yes.
You hear something. When you feel the energy around you and you hear what she said, you hear it, and you know that nobody else did. You hear the clink of armor. But you know that when people are trying to be quiet, it's like clink because someone's moving real sneaky. And you know that no one else heard it, and the only reason you did is because of who you are, and you don't even understand who you are yet.
Someone's preparing for a fight near us, and it's not us.
I can feel it. There is something around us, so we need a plan. I don't know how long I can keep this light on.
Let's find them before they find us.
I heard armor.
We need to leave.
Knox, sorry, motion for a second. Knox, fire an arrow. And actually, it would be the archer, right? I grab one of the archers and say, shoot one of the pigs now.
Rack,
Don't kill it.
he looks at you, and Rax steps forward with his bow. And he moves to the edge, and he looks down, and all of a sudden he makes his way back, and he says, there is a lot of something moving against the cliff face, coming this way and going into the tunnels.
Why didn't you fire?
Roll 20-sided, one fate.
17.
He nods his head like this, and he runs back to the lip of the tunnel. Toosh! Ring! You hear a pig's squeal. He runs back, and you hear that pig squeal, and he says, it is done.
We need to move out of this location because before she cloaked us, this location was known to whatever is down there or whatever is in this cave with us.
I'm already known. You guys are technically not, but whatever it is that's above us knows me.
Dal says, there is only one question. Do we move forward or do we move back? Perhaps whatever it is that is out there is expecting us to move back. Perhaps it would be better if we move forward. And with that, he actually walks to the edge to take a look himself. And he is cautious as well, but he looks down and he turns back. How much rope do we have?
You've got her.
Tie it together.
And he looks back and he actually looks at you. He motions you forward.
What is it, Dom? What do you see?
You come down, you look out, and you see what he saw before. There is a cliff down, like if you jump, you die. Okay, so at the bottom of that is pigs. But then it comes up on the other side. There's only like about 10 yards of pigs, and then a wall comes up. But below you, it goes like this and levels out, but then goes down again. So there's this little like thin track of land that wasn't eroded. On the other side, maybe even the same thing. Like maybe there's a track between two chasms. Okay, and below you is pigs, and as you look down, you do see figures moving against the wall like they're trying not to be seen, disappearing into the tunnels, which is what Rax reported back.
Can I have clear sight magic to see what exactly?
Roll 20-sided.
16.
You try to open your mind, you see nothing. But it's like almost like you're being prevented from seeing something. Go ahead and mark off a spell point. You're at 17 now.
This looks like a decent kind of entry, but if we go down here by rope, we won't be able to get back out very easily. We'll be surrounded. There might be a better way.
The further we go in, the harder we're going to get out.
Everybody roll 20-sided.
17.
7. Then you hear it. Troops, armor, moving towards you the way that you came.
Well, looks like we're interested.
I don't think this is a good place to fight.
Dahl goes, us to the front. And he starts moving towards the sound, and Nev starts to move to the sound.
Can we listen to get an idea of how many troops are coming this way? Sound like a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
Okay.
Guys, we can't be caught out here in the tunnel defenseless. We need to move.
All of you see these horrible creatures. You've never seen them before except for you. You immediately know what they are. They're orcs. And they look down the tunnel and they see you, and then this look of glee comes over their face, and they disappear. And they're here! And they run back. Roll 20-sided.
Everybody?
Everybody.
14.
1.
Dahl says, I suppose this is our stand. And he just stands there with his shield and his sword. Nev comes up, and you see Rack move behind him with bow and arrow. He's on the left-hand side waiting.
I knocked an arrow.
You knock an arrow and take your turn. Caleb holds out his staff and begins to pray. Somebody roll 20-sided for him.
Yeah.
6.
We're at the crossroads of the tunnel, so we're at the tunnel in the middle, and there's ones above us.
Nobody's checked.
I can take a look.
You scamper off to check. The rest of you roll 20 one more time.
8.
4.
3.
And they come. They're 4 abreast in this cavern. You realize that they're thick, but they're short, and most of them have pole arms, and they are armed and armored very well. You see insignia, they look like a military unit. 4 abreast, you see 4 behind them, and you see Dahl, he even takes a step back, but he holds, and they come and they crash into them. 4 on the first rank against 2, and you see them fighting. Poof! An arrow goes out, racks, pulls, toof, toof. But one of the polearm tries to get past him. So then Dahl moves forward this way. One guy on the right, one guy on the left. The rest of you are kind of pulled back, waiting. You go to the lip. Roll 20-sided.
18.
You look up. There's nothing above you. You're in one of the higher tunnels, but there's kind of one above you, but it's kind of over here, and one above you over here. And then below you see multiples. And actually roll one more time.
10.
You still see figures moving, but there's a lot more of them. In fact, on that little track, you see figures moving. And some of them are holding torches, and you see they are orcs as well.
I will not have flame fan for all the orcs that
Roll 20-sided. Cross out the spell point, and nothing happens. But the priest, he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he says, try again.
Try again.
Roll 20.
3.
Cross out the spell point.
I'm gonna climb up to that other one up there, and then try to get him in a position.
You do that. The rest of you
I loose an arrow.
fire.
7.
Not sure if you hit or didn't, just a mass of them. Probably you did. You knock another one and you fire. Dahl and Nev are ching, ching, but they're getting pushed back. There's just too many of them.
So I yell, Dahl, Nev, Knox, with me, shield formation. We hold our shields and form a line.
All of you are holding up this passage, and you take your place in the shield line.
We
One
can't let
fate,
them through.
roll 20-sided.
Hey,
You take your place, and immediately, crang, a polearm goes off your shoulder.
steady.
But it's that shoulder, and you're fine. You lash out with your sword and you pull them back, but they're getting pushed. They don't have a shield wall, but there's just so many of them that the crush of bodies is just moving you guys back.
Okay.
Woof, woof. Another one comes forward. Ah!
Lift my shield to block.
You lift your shield to block. Roll 20.
12.
You get hit, but it hits your helmet. It just glances off, and you lash out. Roll 20-sided.
Okay. And I level my sword just above my shield and try to pierce through into his helmet.
Good move. Roll 20-sided. The helmet has eyes, and it's also open like this, and you go thunk, and you put it right in his mouth, and the guy just drops. Shing! You actually see that the guy who's behind him hasn't moved up yet, and it's just reflex, and you go woof to the guy that's right in front of Dahl, and hit him right in the neck, and he drops, and then Dahl takes out another guy, and you have a reprieve. In fact, instant, you step forward and engage the next line. You have moved forward. Roll 20-sided.
And then going off the momentum
Arrow.
kill, I just yell out, "Ah!"
Fate.
I yell duck, and I shoot an arrow. 4.
You roll duck. It's seriously that close and completely misses the orc, so you're just like,
Sorry.
oh boy.
Keep up the pressure.
Other arrows fly over their heads, and it's like Rax, he just fires above your heads, but you can tell that the orcs, it's really impressing them and kind of throwing them off balance, so it's helping you guys. Whoosh, whoosh, you step into them again. Roll 20-sided.
9.
One locks you up, you immediately come back, and you swing again. He, ching, woof. So he's coming down like this, you're coming down like that. Whoever's fastest wins. Beat 15.
11.
He smacks into you. Easily glances off your armor. You thrust in. Roll 20-sided.
How many of them are left?
A lot.
A lot.
5.
You thrust in. You miss, and he actually goes low. You weren't expecting it at all. He goes for your knee. Roll 20-sided.
13.
He hits you.
I take a knee.
As he takes a knee, I loose another arrow.
You take 7 to the leg.
I try a magical mask to keep all of them stationary so we can hit them.
Roll 20 sided.
17. I have +2.
Cross off another spell point. Roll 20 sided.
7.
You move to the lip and you start climbing across that. It's not going to be difficult, it's just going to be really time consuming. Okay? And so,
From the lip down to the rose.
roll 20 sided.
19.
You're a little bit above, so you're actually in a much better position than they are. You move to one side across the edge and you fire. You take a guy out who's not in the front or second row, but in the third row. The orcs behind him are impressed. Roll one more time. You fire again, but it hits the cave wall. Roll 20 sided.
18.
You take out another one, but they just keep on coming. You guys are moving back, moving back, moving back. The priest, I need one person to roll for the priest.
6.
Come on, pal.
Roll.
Yeah, that one's not rolling very fast.
7. Not great.
Cross off a spell point.
Oh my god.
Roll again. Roll to fire.
19.
8.
Pull out a dagger and I shove it up under the strap with a or closest to you.
You do so, and you have a dagger in your shield hand. Boom! Like, actually, that's how the Scottish used to fight, with a dirk and a buckler. Boom! You kill him. You have killed 10 so far between the three of you, and actually, you're moving forward. You get an idea. You move right up behind them. Doosh! And you're like, yeah, I'm not going to hit them this close. Boom! You fire right between them. Roll 20 sided.
15.
Smack! Right in the eye. You take out another arrow. Boom! You fire again. Roll 20 sided. You fire again. Bang! It careens off a helm.
I'm down to
So I yell
You
at the
step
orcs,
forward.
come on!
They're not breaking, but you're moving them back. It's like three. I mean, you guys are like a plate wall. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Roll again.
4.
Ding! Your sword locks up with a polearm, and he tries to force your sword into the wall, and then comes back. Roll 20.
I loose an arrow at that same orc.
6.
Hits your helmet. Nothing goes through. He rings your bell, but the thing is, he knocks you into the wall, completely off balance. You're there. Roll 20 sided. This may save it.
17.
Boom! The guy gets taken out. You push off the wall, you're right back into the fight. And this is exactly how this fight should be going. Roll 20 sided.
Dirty 20.
You take out another one. Boom! You fire again. Roll 20 sided.
1.
Boom! You take out another one. In fact, you take out your arrow. Boom! You kill another one.
I want to throw a flaming fan again.
Roll 20.
7.
Knock off a spell point.
Oh my
I
god.
rip 2 arrows out of the 2 that fell between us, and then
And doll, flank them, don't let them
20
get
sided.
away.
You guys are moving them back, which is not what's supposed to be happening. For some reason, it's just you are in the zone. You are walking across orcish bodies and pushing them back. The truth is, there wasn't a whole lot of them here. There's probably more coming from everywhere, but you can actually see the end of them. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you keep this up, you may clear this tunnel and may be able to run.
Can I hold my one on one hand and try to fight with the other hand since the magic is not working for me?
If you wish, you can do whatever you want. Roll 20 sided. You realize that the arrows that you've expended that are in these orcs, it's going to take you some time to get them out. If you want to take that time, you can, but you're taking yourself out of the fight.
Archers, keep up the pressure. Nox,
continue fighting.
Rax, Rax fires another arrow, and takes out another guy. There is only 7 of them left.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll 20 sided as you step forward in unison with the other 3.
17.
Woof! You hit a guy and you knock him back, and then you thrust. If you can hit this, he's dead too. Roll 20 sided.
4.
You come in, it just glances off his armor, but then he comes back. Dahl, ching, he's locked up. Ching, ching, Nev, you guys are just in it. He comes forward again. Actually, the guy in the front is coming down. There's a guy on the side who's coming like this. You weren't expecting that, but there's like 2 polearms coming at you. Roll 20 sided.
I shoot at the guy that's coming down.
11.
1 fate, roll 20 sided.
9.
Ching, 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 ching. The arrow swings past. You throw the guy. You don't hit him. You throw him off. He has to abort the blow. You lock up with this guy, and then you both draw back. And then he comes again. He's going to try to go low again.
Shoot that guy.
Oh my gosh.
Roll 20 sided.
13.
You fire. You miss, but you see the guy recoil like that. You see that too. He's dodging. He dodges an arrow.
Grab his weapon with my gauntlet. Yeah, I switch hands. In a flourish. Practiced this move for a long time.
Roll 20 sided.
As he does that, towards the guy that's coming, he's going for the side. The guy that's coming at him, I pull out my dagger and kind of jump up over his shoulder and try to stab the...
Roll 20. Roll 20.
By the way, does there seem to be any leaders or squad leaders?
Oh,
10.
20.
Not here. Not here.
20.
Okay. You... That 20 probably could have helped you do something else. But... You launch into battle, and as a matter of fact, you thrust your bronze sword between two of them, and you kill an orc. And now you feel a little bit more useful. But when you do that, Dahl sees a bronze sword flash by him. He says, "Get back, get back!"
Okay, I try to go back, but...
Dahl and Nev are fighting. He's fighting. He actually, what did you roll?
It was a 10.
Okay, you try to grab his polearm. He pulls back, and then... But the blade is up here, but it goes woof like this into one of your feet. He hits the ground. You roll 20.
10.
You fire, it goes past him.
Yeah.
You jump back, or
Or my weighted boot to sneak up his polearm.
roll 20 as he tries to pull it back.
18.
You snap it, and it actually just flashes out of his hand, hits the guy behind him, and he is unarmed.
Jab at him.
He grabs for a knife, but you jab. Roll 20 sided.
4.
You jab, he misses, he grabs a knife, and he lunges at you. You have time to pull back the sword, you can thrust. If you want to hit this, if you miss, this guy's going to be on you.
Okay, let's go. 3.
All of a sudden, roll.
Natural 20.
He's jumping through the air, and all of a sudden, thunk, he takes an arrow through the eye slit and just falls.
Falls on me. Shove him to the side.
Just down, just boom.
How many
Awesome.
left?
You step forward and take your place.
6.
They are running out of guys. In fact, one of you roll 20 sided.
13.
They're still fighting. Fire.
Knox has it coming with that rope.
11.
You yell something. Nobody hears it. There's chaos going everywhere. Another orc comes in. This one, what just looks like a thick, ugly sword, like a cleaver.
I duck down
Oof.
low, give him the broadside of my back to blow him out of the way, knock him off balance.
Roll 20 sided. Interesting maneuver.
4.
You do that, and he comes down with the pommel into your back. Oh!
As
It
he
hits
does
you. It doesn't go through, but you go to one knee and you fire. Poof! You fire. Poof!
5.
19 plus 120.
He avoids your arrow and moves right into another one and goes down. You stand. Both of you mark off your arrows.
Yeah, my arrows are done. So daggers on me.
I call out, Boarteat,
As you stand,
5.
Oh.
you guys have been pushed back. There's a brief respite, and then the three of you move forward in unison. Woof, woof, woof.
Charge!
Roll 20 sided.
I cover him, so if there's one coming to him, I should know.
14.
Roll 20.
You miss.
I try another spell.
2.
I try another spell. Can I get into their mind so they can kill each other instead?
Roll 20 sided.
12.
Mark off a spell point.
As they're charging forward, I yell, "Make way!" And I run through between the two of them and try to double stab the closest orc in the throat.
It's a good move because the orcs are almost totally focused on the three guys in front. You jump in and go for it. Roll 20.
9.
Whoosh, your knife goes off a helmet. You duck back as pole arms and swords start flying, but you're okay. You go again. Roll 20 sided. They are moving back.
Yeah. got 3 arrows.
Nine.
Let him loose as soon as possible.
I try to take on one of them.
They have moved back. It's good and bad because they have pole arms, the guys in front. But now that they're like this, so that you have to advance past the tips of them to get into them. But there's just 6. But the arrows are not coming as fast. However, Rax has several left and he fires.
I have 3 left to go far as well.
Reform, guys. We're almost there.
He misses. Dahl says, "Ready? Let's go!" And he charges. Nev charges with him. You charge.
Yeah.
You move forward, and first you got to get past the polearm.
So I try to knock the pole arm out of the way with my shield.
Boom! Do it. Roll 20-sided. Roll.
20.
15.
Natural 20.
You knock away the polearm and just brain the guy. He falls. The one behind him runs. Instead of going after him, you turn, woof, lop off the head of the guy that's right behind him, and you see Dahl kill the guy that's in front of him. Okay?
I miss. And I used that comment roll. It was like on 20, so that was like...
Nev kills the guy in front of him. There's one of them left. Oh! You back him into a corner, and the 3 of you just in unison take him out.
Ooh.
There's none left. One of them ran off. Dahl turns to you guys and says, "Run!" You see the way is clear.
Yeah.
And he just starts booking it.
Why are we running to?
I run.
Out.
He's running to the way you came.
Yeah. I skipped that. Can I see the guy that ran off?
He's disappeared.
Okay. I hop down and put my bow and start running.
You do. All of you start
Follow
running.
them.
Almost dropped my dagger. It's probably you better because you're the one with the light. Okay? That's important.
Regroup. Stay close to the light.
In fact, Dahl has to kind of slow down. He says, "Come on! And he begins moving. You see an orc come. It's just one of them though. Ah! He has a sword. He swings at Dahl.
Dahl!
Dahl misses, comes back and hits him, but then just moves right past him as he falls. The orc is still alive though. You're next.
I pull out my knife and just throw it at him. Dead aim.
You throw your knife. Roll 20-sided.
6.
It misses. Nev is next, and he actually has to stop and engage the orc. And the rest of you, you come right up. Boof. Roll 20.
9.
You take him out at close range. He's not dead, but he's screaming. Be sure to mark off the arrow.
Who is after him? Me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I actually use my sword and then try to hit him with the sword.
Okay. You stop and finish the guy off.
Yes.
Roll 20-sided.
Like bumbling fox, right?
I know.
It's a wounded orc. You guys have set upon it. You're going to kill him in a minute because he's just throwing up his arms and it's like there's just people hacking at him. But the thing is, this whole parade has been interrupted.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the light kind of start to fade as you're running, and Dahl stops. He's like, "Ah!" He just screams at the top of his lungs in frustration because you don't know how long it's going to be before the passage is closed again. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to get to that.
Oh,
main
go,
passage.
go.
Elena, focus on the light.
Woof, woof, woof.
I slice the orc as I run by.
Excited.
I run to them with the light.
I slice the orc as I run by.
Roll 20, roll 20. This is to see how we're doing with this orc.
13.
You finally take him out. It took longer than you thought, but then once you take him out, you hear this, "The light! Come with the light! Come with the light!" And you realize that you guys are trying to escape, not kill orcs, and you've held up the whole thing, and you just, and you move forward, and you see the light coming stronger and stronger and stronger and starting to return, and Dahl goes, "Finally!" And he turns and he bolts again. Everybody roll 20-sided.
Dog!
So I didn't use
We
my
both
last.
did.
The orc is still holding on. You can sit there and try to kill it, but
No. So I'm heading towards the front then. Pull
Yeah,
my
I
sword.
run with you towards the point.
That one, baby.
okay, as you guys are running, you see Rax. He goes, woof, woof, and he throws you an arrow, and he has an arrow.
Gotcha.
Oh.
There's 3 arrows left in this whole party.
Oh.
That's bad. You guys have just lost your artillery.
Yeah.
Okay? All of you are running. One of you roll 20-sided.
16.
Okay. By the way, you don't want any ones during this thing. Okay. You keep going, and you see 2 orcs coming, and you know instinctively Dahl's going to go for the right, and you got to go for the left. But the one on the left is going for Dahl. So if you don't hit him, he's going to be blindsiding Dahl. Do you understand? Okay, so Dahl locks up with the other one. You run forward and go for it.
I
It's 20
sprint,
seconds.
and even if I don't hit him, I'm hitting him with my body full mass to knock him off balance.
1 fate.
5.
You don't hit him, but you blow into him, and both of you fall. When you fall, you realize that there's something really bad about orcs. They have teeth, they have claws, the last thing you want to do is wrestle an orc. And he just, when you come like this, you can see his teeth snapping at your chin, and you move back, but when you move back, he throws you to the side, and he gets on top of you and pulls a knife.
I come up to double
You
stab
come
him
in, roll
back.
20-sided.
I'm shielding my face with my magic gauntlet.
You do so. He tries to come down, and his hand just bangs off the gauntlet. You jump on top of him. You swing. There's nothing but you are on top of him. So I'm going to give you +4 as you come in and try to find a kink in his armor.
19. 30.
You do so. Shook. Oh, and you feel the orc just go limp on top of you, and both of you throw him off.
Get up!
Bastard.
Dahl and Nev have killed the other one, and he's like, "Come on!"
Keep going.
And you keep going. Roll 20-sided.
9.
I need one person to roll for Kalen.
I got Caleb. Caleb's my guy.
You hear him praying.
You sure about
3. He is my guy. I'm doing it
Oh
dirty.
my
I've
god.
done dirty the whole time.
Can I roll for Caleb? He's technically
Next
I
time.
tried.
Next time. You guys keep going. You're going to have one more encounter before you get to the big room. You don't know how many are going to be in the big room, but you may be able to make it. But you see that there's 4 orcs. If they hold you up, this might be bad. There's 3 coming, and there's actually an archer behind them. This archer looks totally different. He is sure of himself. He wears chain, and the archer waits for the 3 to engage.
Is there a way I can get a little bit of elevation to be over top of them and shoot loose my last arrow?
You can stop running and then loose your last arrow.
We shoot the archer as well.
And I just shout, shields!
We only have to be arrows, guys.
Yeah.
9.
We need to take him out.
All 3 of you
Nice.
fire at the archer.
That's my last arrow.
19.
Thunk, 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 as all 3 of you hit him and he goes down. There's 3 orcs left, but none of you have any arrows.
Yeah.
You engage. Roll 20-sided.
I put my bow back on my back and run.
15.
Support the line.
You take out your sword. The good thing is you got meat tanking for you, but you're about to get to a place where there's all kinds of tunnels going everywhere in a big room. You'll be needed. You engage your guy. You blast his shield up and you thrust. Roll 20-sided. You're at +2.
7.
He dodges at the last minute, comes down to your sword and locks it up with like a hook on the polearm and tries to jerk it right out of your hand. Roll 20. This might be bad.
18.
He does not succeed and you pull it back and you can thrust in. You'll be at +2.
And 18.
You take him out. Dahl and Nev had taken out their guys too. Those 3 guys go down, defying all odds. You guys are moving towards the big chamber. One of you roll once.
12.
Nev is hurt. He's able to move at full speed, but you see he's dropped his sword. He goes, someone has to take my place. If you have to take my shield, let me know. But he goes, here, take my shield, take my shield.
All right.
And you take his shield.
Give him my dagger and I one-arm him to help him move.
But you see him move up into the shield line. Dal stops and he says, take his helmet. And you take the helmet. You hold up, but the thing is, that's probably a good thing, you realize.
Yeah.
You put on the helmet and you move out again. Choo, choo, choo.
I go to Caleb and I ask him for us to pray.
He says, I will. Move forward with the light.
Okay.
And he stops and he prays. I'll let you roll for him.
3.
How'd you know?
3! I know Caleb. If there's anything I know.
You turn and you see him. He puts his hands on the staff and his hands begin to shake. And you see him concentrate, and you're just like, ugh, because you know what's going to happen next, and that is nothing.
Caleb, there's no God in these tunnels. Let's go.
Yeah.
Wasting your time.
You don't even see this. You're moving out as soon as he's ready.
Yeah.
He's got a shield, he's got a sword, he's got a helmet now. He's taken the place of Nev, who is really hurt.
Okay.
You guys move forward into the big chamber. One of you roll. In fact, all of you roll 20-sided. Let's get some ones at the table here.
4.
20. Now.
8. You burst into the big chamber.
Okay.
And there is action. You hear movement everywhere. You hear armor everywhere. You hear commands in a language that sounds like your own, but they're not. In a voice that sounds almost human, but is not. And you hear barking, like from a dog that's trying to speak, but all of that is distant and in other tunnels. You burst into this big chamber, and it is empty. And Dog goes, run! He goes for the tunnel. Okay. You run right next to him. The rest of you burst into speed.
I have to follow them with their light.
Yes.
You are with them.
Okay.
He has a wounded man with him, and it's you and it's Caleb.
Okay.
I want you, and I will roll for Caleb.
17.
7.
I rolled an 18.
Ooh, missed.
You guys make it to the other chamber, but you guys that are back, you hear people behind you. You hear people in front of you. And when I say people, I don't mean people, I mean orcs.
Oh my god.
They're behind us. They're in front of us too.
Oh my god.
You're gonna get us killed if you keep charging forward. We need to regroup.
Dahl says, with me!
Can we form
Like-
a circle so we can hit all of them in front of us and behind us?
You start yelling, can we
Let's
form
form a circle.
He goes, keep up! And you realize that they can't, the orcs seem to be maneuvering in the darkness. God only knows how. You cannot maneuver in darkness. And that light on your staff is the only thing that's keeping these guys in the fight. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If they lost you, this whole thing would be over. As you move forward, will do you more forward, or do you guys want to stop and engage with
Let's
them?
move forward.
On Dahl.
Move forward.
You move forward, roll 20-sided. Actually, you're there too, roll 20-sided.
6.
20. Dirty 20.
I don't like you.
Dad.
You
All
can
right.
story by his
I know.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's a 20.
angel dice for him. You could do.
That's all right. So you guys move out, and you see orcs coming back towards you, but they don't look like they're charging you. It looks more like there's a couple messengers coming back. They're looking down, like their swords are sheathed, their shields out, but then they see you, and they stop and they draw back and they draw their swords, but you're into them. Dahl and you are on the right one. You're on the left one. You guys roll 20-sided as you attack them. It's just instinctive.
6.
18.
You come in with your sword, and the guy actually does something really smart, and that is he pins your sword against the wall with his shield, and then punches you with the hilt. Roll 20.
I'm going to use my shield to try to block this.
Good move.
16.
You block it, and he comes back,
As he reaches back.
and both of you thrust in at once. You 10. He pushes you back. That's bad because you're part of this shield wall, and now all of a sudden you were with two guys, but you're pushed back. And the orc, he doesn't rush into you. He actually swings into Dahl. I need one guy rolling for Dahl.
10. 11.
He swings, it just careens off Dahl's helmet, and you come back and you swing.
11.
You re-engage him, but the thing is that it's this guy has stopped you. Okay, roll 20-sided.
I come in with an underswing, aiming for the bit of his arm to try to chop it down.
Good move. +1 as Dahl goes high.
7.
Dahl locks up the guy's sword, and all of a sudden you see Dahl's head go bang like this, but he recovers, and you guys step forward again. The orc actually moves back, and you see the two orcs are kind of in line with each other. You are there. You could probably throw a knife. Roll 20-sided.
I launch my dagger. I also it's for 7.
You throw it. You see your orc go like this as he's looking at the knife that sails past him. Artillery's still there.
While he's down, I come down with an overhand sweep.
This time, Dahl, as soon as he sees your blow coming in, he goes in low. Roll 27.
9.
The orc locks you up. Dahl hits him, but king off his armor. Roll 20. You come in into the chin, +1.
13.
You hit him. You don't hit him in the chin, but you hit him in the chest and you knock him back. It doesn't go through his armor, but you knock him back off balance. You can come down with the smote. You'll be at +2. He's off balance.
21.
You just cut him down. Whoosh! It doesn't go through his helmet, but you can tell he's unconscious when you hit his helmet, but it just slashes his chain open and blood spurts from his chest. You can come back and you can swing at the guy that's behind you, who's the one that they're fighting.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go back on it.
Now you're at +4. As he takes a step back into your blade.
9.
Can I do a shield of life for them to just cover them?
Absolutely. Roll 20 siding.
While that's happening,
16.
Beat it.
I tell Callum to take this guy. I grab the dagger from him because he's obviously not going to help fight.
11.
And I push forward.
You do so, and actually Caleb takes him. He's like, okay. And they move forward. He's not as strong as you, but he's moving. I want one of you to roll once for the group that's behind you now.
7.
As you do that, you see orcs charging. I mean, they are close.
From the back!
Because they are in the light and you can see them. And Rax steps forward. He goes, with me! And he steps forward. But the thing is that there's like 10 and there's 2 of you. And they crash.
I
And
want to displace them, push them further away.
you just reach out. Roll 20 sided.
And I just tell Dahl, finish this one. We've got company.
You turn around and, well, let's see what's going on here. Roll 20 sided.
8.
You are tied up. It's just them. Okay? You're tied up. You're in front. You're kind of strung out. This is at the very back. Okay, so this is
in front of us. 1.
1.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you got 3 guys attacking on 1. He's doomed, but the thing is that this is costing you time. Okay? You roll 20 sided. You come up. You try again.
17.
Flame fan. Boom.
19.
Yes.
And you hear this, give me time. It's her, and you just say, only live once. Woof, woof. And you just start dancing, and for some reason, you're so aggressive, the front rank stops, and then Rax jumps in again. You hear, more time. Roll 20 sided one more time.
14.
One of them smacks you. Roll 20.
7.
You take 7 to the right arm and get knocked down. Rax takes a step back and puts his shield over you as you fall, and then all of a sudden something very strange happens. I want everybody to roll 20 sided.
15.
8.
3. Nat 20.
Natural 20. Something really strange happens, but all of a sudden time stands still, and all of you hear like this snap, like a log snapping in a fire, and then whoosh, like a forest fire that has just consumed a copse, and you are struck by this blast of heat, so much so that like you all just kind of take a step back, and you can't help but turn and look, and you see her, and she has sent flames into this group of orcs that's behind you. Not only has stopped their progress, but it's like napalm is on them. And you hear this unholy scream come from them, and they bolt. She is broken them. And you see her just kind of go, oh. And then you look, and your fingertips are smoking, and you're just like, oh. And you're burnt, you're in pain. You have no idea what just happened. You felt like you just lit yourself on fire. You've just won this battle. And you look up and you just see orcs crawling away as fast as they can, covered in flame, and you're just buffeted by heat. Run!
Run!
What? You all get up and you run, and Rax kind of looks at you like, By the gods, what just happened? You hardly even know.
Caleb, we expect much from you now.
Remind me enough to make her angry.
Roll 20-sided fate. 8. You guys run forward. There is a lull, and the truth is that there's so much flame behind you that you see flickering orange light as you're running, and it actually takes a few steps for it to go away. Everything's starting to look familiar. You've been this way before. You're headed towards the entrance. Everybody roll 20-sided. This is for
18.
something else.
18.
That's one. I'm on a roll.
You keep running, and it's like there's a respite. Are you free of this? Are you going to make it? And you all just kind of look at each other like, what's going on? What's going on? You realize that the cavern entrance is up ahead. All of you are running out of gas. You have been running and fighting for a long time. You're breathing hard, but the thing is that entrance is up ahead. There's just one thing. You hear fighting.
Uh-oh.
Parting.
You're like, no! And you burst out of the cavern entrance. At least you, Dahl, and you burst from the cavern entrance. And what you see is